All right, show me on your fingers if you need more time. Okay, awesome. Janny, can you please tell me what your partner said about what a job is? Okay, awesome. So a job is your work. It's what you do. So what is my job, ladies and gentlemen? All right, awesome. That's right. I'm a teacher. My job is to teach students. So the main jobs that we're going to be talking about today are teacher, doctor, pilot, and police officer. If you look on page 14 of your workbook, you're going to see a picture. I want everyone to really quickly answer, what do you see happening in the picture? I'll give you a few moments. All right, and eyes on me in 3, 2, 1. Thank you everyone for turning and tracking the speaker. You show me that I have your attention by tracking me. All right, so biggie. What do you notice going on in the picture? Okay, you see someone teaching, talking to students. Anybody else? Okay, go ahead. Awesome, yeah, you see people learning. So what do we think, which job do we think is represented in this picture? Great, teacher. All right, so if you look at A for jobs, we've already said that the vocabulary we're going to focus on for this section is teacher, doctor, pilot, and police officer. Now, I want you to match those words with the picture that you see. You're going to have 30 seconds to do this. Go ahead and start. All right, and time's up. Track me in 3, 2, 1. Great. All right. Go ahead and tell me what you got for number 1. Great. 2. Awesome. 3. 4. Great. All right, so the next part, do you know anyone who has any of these jobs? Remember that when we're answering questions, I want you to answer them in full and complete sentences. Go ahead and turn and talk with your partner about anyone that you know that has these jobs. You have 30 seconds. All right. So I'm going to call on people. I want you to answer something that your partner said. All right, go ahead. Tell me what your partner said, dear. Okay, your aunt's a doctor. That's wonderful. All right, go ahead. Tell me something your partner said. That's right. I am a teacher. Thank you. All right. And one more. Does anyone know a pilot? Okay, go ahead. No, that's cool. All right, so next, where do these people work? They have to have a place that they're going to work at. We wouldn't see a firefighter working in a grocery store. So for section B, you're going to go and do the same thing that we did for A. We're going to match the location of where someone works with their occupation or their job. Go ahead and get started. Great job. Awesome. All right, eyes on me. Thank you. I love that I didn't have to count down this time. All right, so I would like to take a volunteer this time to tell me for all of them, 1, 2, 3, and 4, where each place is and who works there. Okay, we got hospital, good. Police station for this one, And last but not least, airport for 3, awesome. All right, C, can someone read me the title for C? Okay, go ahead. That's right, things they do. So again, for teacher, doctor, pilot, and police officer, we're matching what they do. All right, go ahead and get started. All right, and track me. Awesome. All right, so who is going to fly planes and what number is that? All right, go ahead. Flies planes, 4, and that's right, it's a pilot. Great job. And 1, Can someone tell me that? Sorry, we didn't really start in order. 1, help sick people. Great. And who does that? Who helps sick people? Doctor. Great. Right? 2 and 3. We'll just have one person do this one. Yes, sir? Okay, that's right. 2 is a teacher, like me, and 3 is catches thieves. That's what a police officer does. Excellent. So the next portion of our lesson today is language practice. For the rest of this time, we are going to be using pictures to identify what people do and kind of follow the prompts. So we will be working with a partner, so I will be asking you to turn and talk to your partner. Please, again, use full and complete sentences when you're using the prompts. So A says, let's talk about what kinds of jobs. If you look in the corner, we'll see a box that says A and B. A reads, what is he? And B reads what? That's right. What is her job? So with your partner, you're going to be doing this. Someone is going to ask a question and you're going to read the answer. You're going to have about 45 seconds to go through this with your partner. Go ahead and get started. All right, awesome. So now let's talk about what people do. We've talked about the kinds of jobs they have. Now let's talk about what things people do. So again, we're going to be asking the questions, but this time the questions are there, and you are going to be reading the answers from the boxes. You're going to be doing this with your partners. Does anyone have any questions so far? Okay, great. Go ahead and get started. All right, eyes on me. Great. C says, let's talk about where people work. So just like the example I said earlier, where we wouldn't see a firefighter in a grocery store, where do these particular jobs work at based on these pictures? So where does a cashier work and where do you work? Go ahead and ask and answer with a partner these different questions. Go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, thank you for giving me your attention. This next part is my absolute favorite part of this lesson. We're going to start talking about you. So what do you want to be and where do you want to work? Now, I want your answers to be really thought out. So before you go and answer these with a partner, I'm going to give you some think time. So this is an opportunity for you to fill in the boxes at the bottom of your page and really think about what it is you want to do, okay? So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to really think about this and get something written down. All right, 30 seconds is up. I want to make sure that each of you get an opportunity to share your answers for both of these. So I'm going to give you a little bit more time. We're going to have about a minute for both you and your partner to share both of these answer prompts. Go ahead and get started. All right, eyes on me. Thank you for giving me your attention again. So we will have an opportunity to discuss as a class what we just decided we wanted to do as we got older. For those of you who weren't 100% sure, I appreciate you writing down something and just giving it your best go. This next part, can someone read the title for me? That's right, it says picture study. So if we read the directions, it says work with a partner and look at the picture. We're going to be writing down words and expression you think of while looking at the picture. So write down and brainstorm everything you can think of when you look at this picture, okay? You're going to have about 15 seconds and then we're going to discuss it as a class. All right, right, go ahead and give me your attention. Hazel, can you tell me something that you thought of whenever you saw this picture? Okay, you thought of baker, great. Somebody else? Bakes bread, awesome. Something else? Okay, go ahead. Yummy, yes. That's what I think of whenever I think of food too. All right, anything else? All right, so some people notice things about their trays and bread rolls. All of these are great adjectives that help you develop your speaking and language abilities. All right, B, it says answer the questions about the picture. Share your answers with the class. So I'm going to give you about 45 seconds, a minute, to see if we can answer all of these questions. Remember that we're answering again in full and complete sentences now. So go ahead and get started, and then we're going to write your answers out and talk about it as a class. All right? All right. So C, discuss the picture as a class. We're going to use the questions that we just answered in B to help kind of prompt us and give us some sentence starters for this. So what is his job? Go ahead. Yep, he's a baker. Awesome. And where does he work? Go ahead and tell me. Yep, he works in a bakery, bake shop, cake shop. There's a bunch of different terms that we could use to describe where a baker may work. Yeah. Yep, he could work in a restaurant too. We don't know. But someplace where he's cooking and baking. All right, 3. What does he do? I'm going to take a volunteer this time. Yeah. He bakes different foods, bakes bread, maybe bake bread rolls, some of these things that you guys brainstormed earlier. Great. And then what things can you see in this picture? Right? Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Great. All right. And what is he making in the picture? So if we look at the picture very carefully, what do you see? All right? Yep, I see bread rolls too. Awesome. All right, turn the page. Great. So now our section is called Further Learning. We're going to be working with a partner and looking at the chart below. This is a chart about the job students want to have when they grow up. Can someone read the title of the chart, please? Great. All right. So now we're going to look at the percentages and describe the chart. You're going to be telling your partner what each information means. So for example, 3% of the students in this chart want to be teachers. So go ahead and turn and tell your partner what each section and what this chart means. Go. All right, I'm going to draw popsicle sticks and read people's names. So go ahead, if you hear your name called, tell me what you or your partner said. All right? Awesome. Janny, what did you or your partner say about the information described in the chart? Okay, so your partner said that the biggest chunk means the most people wanted to be that. Great. Can you tell me what that biggest chunk was? A pilot? Great. Can someone tell me another way, instead of looking at the chart, that we could have figured out that a pilot was what students wanted to be the most? Yeah, go ahead, tell me. Oh, great. So if you look on the side next to pilot, it says 36%. So that's another way numerically that we could have decided that pilot was the biggest chunk if you had a hard time figuring out which one was bigger. All right, so B. Can someone read the directions for B, please? All right, thank you. All right, so yep, we're going to be answering questions in the chart, and then we're going to be sharing our answers. So go ahead and take 30 seconds with your new knowledge about how we figure out the statistics of the chart and answer the question. All right, great. So which job choice is the most popular? We kind of already talked about it a little bit, but let's just be thorough and answer this question anyway. So most popular